Hey pumpkins, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome. I'm Amy and today we're going to be creating this purple voodoo doll design which I made to raise awareness of fibromyalgia. First of all, be sure to click that red subscribe button for me and then we'll get straight into the tutorial. Have you clicked it? Okay, let's go. So I'm starting this design having already smoothed out my eyebrows. If you want to know how to do that, you can check out my avant-garde butterflies tutorial. So now I'm painting one eye area with black face paint. This will be the eye that's burst open, so I'm painting it black now before I add any special effects material so it's easy to paint in. Then I'm also going to paint a black strip across my neck, which will be where the neck stitches are, and then I'm also painting a long thin smile across my lips and up towards my ears, which will also be stitched together. Now I'm carefully applying liquid latex along the edges of my panda eye and I'm sticking on a cotton pad which I've cut up into 4 pieces. I'm repeating this all the way around, leaving a gap in the middle so that it looks like it's burst open, and it'll also be useful to be able to, see. Again, I do have to stress it's really important to be careful with latex around the eyes. Please use it really sparingly so it doesn't drip and make sure it doesn't go in your eye. You can see that my eye started to water here and that's just from the fumes, so please be really careful. Around the edges of the cotton pad I'm adding small pieces of tissue, again using latex to stick it down. This is going to help the eyepiece to blend a little bit more evenly down into the rest of the design. Again, I'm going all the way around, doubling up in some areas to help that eye section transition into the rest of the design better. Then I'm going to go around again with one more thin layer of latex. To add that same texture to the rest of the design, I'm adding some small clusters of tissue pieces around the face and chest where nothing else will be going on, kind of like preemptive gap fillers. Now for the mouth, same concept really. I'm going around the edges with latex, covering with strips of tissue and then finishing with another layer of latex. I'm leaving a gap around my own mouth so I'm still able to talk and breathe comfortably. And then while that's drying, I'm going to add a patch to the forehead using a sharply cut piece of thicker tissue paper and again sealing that with liquid latex. The neck is going to be the same method as the mouth, again leaving a gap in the middle which will be loosening off once it's dry. And that's what I'm doing to the mouth now, just loosening it off, giving it a little bit more of an open effect, and then we're going to go back and do the same with the neck. Now some of that black face paint has rubbed away in the process, so I'm just filling in any sparse areas inside the mouth and eyepiece, and then I'm going to paint the rest of the design, apart from the patch, with a light purple face paint. Oh, and I'm also topping up the black around my neck as I go, and then carrying on with the purple down the chest. As you can see, I'm just quickly slapping this on. The finish doesn't need to be flawless or anything, because we will be adding more texture over the top. I decided to have the patch on my forehead in a light powder blue, so I'm now carefully filling that in, being careful not to go over onto the purple. And then we're going to take a textured sponge and stipple some dark purple face paint all over the light purple. See, this is why the coverage didn't really matter too much, because that uneven textured finish is exactly what we want. to stitch myself up. I'm using some spirit gum to stick on some small lengths of string over the burst eye, which was a little bit fiddly, but it will work if you're more patient than I was and you actually wait for the spirit gum to become sticky first. So yeah, I'm doing the same thing along the mouth but with smaller pieces of string, but because these pieces are a lot lighter, I'm just using some liquid latex to fix them on. Same process with the neck piece. I just carried on using the latex, but if you are going to be moving around a lot in this look, you'll be better off using some spirit gum so that it lasts a bit longer. In the interest of keeping those neck stitches nice and secure, I decided to add a small piece of tissue over the end of each, and then we're going to go back over those tissue patches with our purples to blend them in. Then I made some giant hat pin looking props using some polystyrene balls which I painted silver, and then some tin foil that I scrunched into sticks, and I'm attaching them using spirit gum. I kept them quite short as I wanted it to look like they were stabbing halfway through the chest. Then to give the doll even more of a creepy vibe, I'm adding some fake blood to where the pins would be piercing through. Then I made a giant button out of craft foam to go over my other eye, or you can use a real button if you have one big enough. I attached mine using eyelash adhesive, and that's the look complete. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please slap a thumbs up on it and make sure you're subscribed so you can stay up to date with my future designs. And if you want to see more designs right now, you can check out my playlists or click these links. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I will speak to you in the next one.